With the name game, I'm going to simply pair my dog's name with a treat. Jane, Jane, Jane. And I'm going to repeat that over and over throughout the day. Now you can also use different tones of your voice. Jane, Jane. And this is just going to teach her that regardless of how she hears her name, Jane, it still means a treat is coming. And ultimately, then when I say her name, she's going to turn to look at me. This is also a great game for the entire family to try so that she learns to respond to her name from every single person. There's a couple things we want to keep in mind to ensure that they learn their name the way we want them to. First and foremost, we never want to repeat their name. It's not Jane, 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 it's just Jane. If I were to say Jane's name and she doesn't respond to me, I'm simply going to use some sort of other sound or another way to get her attention. So maybe some kissy noises, puppy. See how much she liked that? And then that way I don't have to nag her by saying her name over and over again. Another rule is that we don't want to use our dog's name in a negative way. So if Jane, we're chewing on my favorite shoes, I'm not going to say her name in that situation because I don't want her to associate me getting angry with hearing her name. Same goes with if I have to trim her nails and she's uncomfortable with that, I'm not going to use her name in that situation. And finally, if your dog is out running around and having a blast and you are nearly certain that if you called their name, they weren't going to come to you, by all means, don't call their name. Because then you're just teaching them that running around and having fun, hearing my name and ignoring it is incredibly reinforcing. We don't want to reinforce that. So again, try an alternative way to get your dog's attention. We like to think of the dog's name as a savings account. So every time I play the name game, Jane, I'm investing in my savings account. Jane, we want to make lots and lots of investments because once in a while, we're all human. We are going to make a withdrawal. A withdrawal would be I say her name and she doesn't come to me, or I say her name in an angry tone. If that happens, we consider that a big withdrawal. And we want to make sure that we're adding to the savings account much more than we're withdrawing from it. And that's going to help ensure that our dog has a great association with their name.